All right, look live, Jarvis. It's playtime.
Hello, folks. It is 8 o'clock. It is Friday night, which means only one thing. It is time for Wrestling Gold Friday night. Hello, folks. Yes, it's unfortunately been a while since, what, a couple weeks now? Well, actually, had a show last week. If you did see it, all right, two things. I think I accidentally hit private or something like that. And so I don't think anybody's seen it or or watched it live. And also the sound didn't work. So hopefully I done tested it. The sound should be just fine. So let's go ahead kick in that intro and let's talk about the good old days of professional wrestling.
What do you want to talk about?
Wrestling! And here!
Why?
It's wrestling.
It's wrestling!
Why? Why?
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Why not? Why not?
It's fake.
Fake? What the hell are you talking about? Fake? It's not fake.
Fake.
Wrestling's not fake!
Okay, wrestling.
Hello again, folks. I am Ronald Ray, your boy with a cornbread accent. Welcome you to Wrestling Gold Friday Night, where we talk about the good old days of professional wrestling, back when wrestling was wrestling and wrestling was real because, damn it, it is still real to us. How is everybody doing this evening? And, of course, somebody forgot to, uh-oh. Somebody forgot to fix the volumes on their phone. So let's go ahead and do that right now. And of course, we got to go through. See, that we don't need. That we don't need. There we go. So yeah, so how is everybody doing this Friday? Hopefully everybody had a good week. Well, actually, I had a great rant last week too about work. Oh dear, you missed it all. At least I got to hear it, I guess. But this week, a little bit better. We got understanding now. That's good. I don't think it was. I don't know. I guess since we didn't hear the whole story or my analysis of the story, so we can't really get into that. But let's just say everything's kind of squared up. Um, Peace on earth. Peace in Blythewood, South Carolina. Yes, I one of the cool things this week, I did figure out that it wasn't Blythewood, South Carolina. It was Blythewood, South Carolina. I should have figured that out, but um, public education. What can I say? Can't beat it. Um, what else? And I thought I actually, again, I say their schedule is work every other Saturday, and this was supposed to be work Saturday. Fortunately, unfortunately, depends on how you look at it. Um, a bunch of graders, crew members, they had other arrangements this weekend or other commitments, however you want to call it, and so they weren't able to work this Saturday. But unfortunately, going to be working the next 2 Saturdays, so ah, that sucks. Too old for that shit. But anyway, so yes, as we always do, or at least try to do, is have a toast to all the hardworking men and women who did the grind this week and who are doing the grind this weekend. Make that bread. That's all I gotta say. Hang tough. Let's freaking go. Cheers. By the way, the chat is open. I am definitely live in a living color, so feel free to give me a hello. How you doing? Give me your opinions of anything I talk about this evening, or if we go off subject, give me your opinions on that as well. Uh, Tell me where you at and what you're drinking tonight. If it's a night cold beer, margarita, whiskey, Coke, Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Dr. Pepper, ginger ale, water. Hey, I got water too, folks. We are good to go. But yeah, but above all, just a nice friendly hello will always work as well. And let's see. All right, let's you know the drill, folks. I'm trying to be a star here, and people want to text me. People want to talk. It's like, really? Don't you have my Don't you have my um Facebook? Hello, Brenda Watson. How's it going, man? Okay, OBS is kind of turned thing. I don't know if I actually turned things around on here or it's OBS new setup, but it's a little wishy-washy. Now my chats were up here, now it's way down there, and let's see if I can fix it. I don't know if I can fix it or not. No, it's just set that way. But I'll figure it out soon. Good. I'm glad you're doing good, Miss Brenda Watson. Welcome to the show. Cheers. What you drinking tonight? Where was I going with that? Coke. Coke is good. Depends on what kind of Coke, though. But we're talking about drinking, so obviously we're not talking about the booger sugar, so we're all good there. But anyway, Coca-Cola. Oh, yeah. Me and one of the crew members had a joke about that. You know, Mexican, cornbread accent and Mexican is sometimes a little bit of a barrier, language barrier there. So he was talking about, he said something about drink, but said something about drink, then said something about high, smoke, whatever. I'm like, you want to get high and get smoke? Smoke or some Coke? Coke? He said, yeah, which one do you want? I was like, it don't matter to me. I probably neither one because I can't afford neither one. I was poor, but um, good guys though. Good guys. Cheers to those guys. But okay, let's get going here. I'm pretty sure there was something else I was going to say. My mind's slipping at my old age. But anyway, let's go ahead. We always kick it off with today in wrestling history. So let's go to it. There we are. What is this thing? I'm not multi-streaming, so I don't know how to multi-stream. I don't have the power to multi-stream yet. So anyway. So yes, today is August 14th. Hey, it is my little sister's birthday tomorrow. I don't know if she's watching, but if she's watching, everybody wish her a happy birthday. If you again, let me go ahead and iterate here. If you're not watching this live, you can always drop in the comments. If you want to wish her a happy birthday, go ahead, wish her a happy birthday in the comments, and I'll just do a screenshot and send it to her. She'll like that, maybe. And I don't know. Well, trying to figure out how I can remember her birthday, but I can't remember my other siblings' birthdays. Oh, I know why. Because, okay, long story short, my older brothers and sister are like 10 and 13 years older than I am. Me and my young sister are 5 years apart, so we, live with each other. So I always used to start January. Hey, my birthday's 8 months and 15 days away. And come August, it was like, oh, Dad, my birthday's August 15th. Don't forget it. Oh, it's my birthday coming up August 15th. So it kind of got implanted in my head. So that's how I forget. I can't remember my own birthday. That's how bad I am. But anyway, enough about that. Let's go to it. Today in wrestling history, on this day in 1976, David and Jerry Novak won the WWA Tag Team titles from Dick the Bruiser and the Crusher. I'm really being annoyed by this thing. Okay, I guess I'll put it right there. Also on this date in 1976, Bob Armstrong defeated Roger Kirby for the Mid-American title in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I believe this was Goulis's main title in his territory. That sounds about right. Did not know Bob worked for Goulis. I guess I gotta rewatch his shooting review. I think him and Brad's is on. There's a shooting review with him and Brad Armstrong together. I seen it on YouTube. Well, I didn't watch it on YouTube, but I think I actually got it. Got a copy of it on DVD. But I think it is on YouTube, but I haven't watched it on YouTube yet. So from what I remember, it was pretty decent. I wish I had the Brad Armstrong by himself done by Ring of Honor. That was pretty good. That's the one I got signed. But anyway, enough about that. On this date, 1978, in Memphis, Tennessee, this was one of the little, if you was watching the little preview I had while I was getting my crap together, this was one of the trivia questions. Here's the answer to it. On this date, 1978, in Memphis, Tennessee, at the Mid-South Coliseum, Jerry the King Lawler defeated Joe LeDuc to win the Southern title. So it wasn't Bill Dundee. It wasn't Dutch Mantell, Bad MO or MF. It was Joe LeDuc. Crazy Joe LeDuc. On this day, speaking of birthdays, on this date, 1981, Kofi Kingston was born. So happy birthday to Kofi Kingston. And looks like him and Xavier are going to be AEW bound. So my little conspiracy theory didn't work this time. Well, not conspiracy theory. I was like, okay. Well, it was kind of a conspiracy theory. Kind of go back. I actually did like a little clip of it, thinking, okay, just because the unscripted show, this might be part of the little drama for the unscripted show. And they actually have a part or season 3 of that. I haven't watched it yet. On this day in 1982, the NWA World Heavyweight Champion Ric Flair made his one and only appearance on Memphis TV, WMC5 TV studio, facing off against Jerry Lawler. We will be watching that. It does give the results, but hey, it is part of our watch along tonight, so we'll save the results for that on here. And depends on who you ask on why it was only a one-time deal. Hold on a second. Let me pull up here. Whoops, wrong button. Right button. Um, so according to AI, there you are. According to AI, uh, Ric Flair did make only one appearance because he was the traveling NWA World Champion under different promotional territories. Um, he was just passing through and did a single TV taping with Prop 2 match with Jerry Lawler. Um, so Jerry Jarrett's Memphis promotion had a working relationship with various groups, but Flair was not signed to or based in. Okay, we figured that out. And they're kind of saying busy schedule. Um, Couple things I did hear is like not long after this was when Memphis kind of became independent and not affiliated with the NWA and became more affiliated with the AWA. Um, I can't remember if there was, I can't remember the whole switch off there. And the big deal was they wanted to put of course, Jerry Lawler and Jerry Jarrett, who owned the promotion, wanted to put the, NWA title on Jerry Lawler, at least for brief time at least, or at least drop it to him at least once in Memphis. Of course, Jerry Lawler, and of course, don't take this as gold, but from I heard in other interviews stuff like that, Jerry Lawler, of course, did not want to leave Memphis. He owned the territory. He was a top star. He would leave. I think he would do to lose or leave town. Maybe go work another territory for like a month. And I know, I think it was like late 83, 84 is when Jerry Jarrett and Ole Anderson kind of partnered up after Black Friday or Black Saturday. And so some of the Memphis people came up to Georgia, did championship wrestling from Georgia. So like Jimmy Hart, Rip Rogers, Jerry Lawler came in, did a few shots for Georgia and Ole Anderson at that time. But um, so yeah, I guess they were still affiliated even at that point, but um, I know a lot of it was pretty upset about you know Holly Race didn't want to drop it, Ric Flair didn't want to drop it, so uh, it took. I forgot when they. I should have done a little better research. So if you do know the research, let me know in the comments or the chat here. Uh, what eight? It went till 1988. Well, actually, 6 years later, or yeah, 6 years later. It's kind of funny how you think about that stuff like that. A lot of things can happen in 6 years, especially in pro wrestling. But 1988, AWA finally gave him a world title run. He defeated Kurt Hennig, and of course, the rest is history after that. But AWA, you can say Jerry Lawler, whatever, but uh, AWA is kind of on that downhill side by that time anyway. Anyway, but yes, we will. Our watch along will feature the Memphis TV show complete episode with Ric Flair in the studio. Oh, where's mine? There we go. On this date, 1987, we got another birthday boy. This time it is Johnny Gargano. Yes, happy birthday, Johnny Wrestling, who was born on this day in 1987. On this date in 1993, Smoky Mountain Wrestling presented Fire on a Mountain in Johnson City, Tennessee at Freedom Hall, drawing 1,400 people. Um, yeah, this is one of their big events, if you want to call it that. Jimmy Dale Ray defeated Steve Armstrong. Dirty White Boy Tony Anthony battled Mongolian Stomper to a double DQ. Big Boss Man made an appearance. He defeated Kevin Sullivan. Chris Candido defeated Tim Horner by disqualification. And a loser sucks a baby bottle match. Smoky Mountain Wrestling champion Brian Lee defeated Tracy Smothers in a Coal Miners Club match. Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton, Robert Gibson, along with Bob, Steve, and Scott Armstrong, defeated the Heavenly Bodies, Jimmy Del Rey, and Tom Pritchard, teaming with the Bruce Brothers, Ron and Don Harris, with Jim Cornette in a Rage in a Cage match. I did watch old episodes of Smoky Mountain Wrestling. I think I watched this whole event. Again, I think this is still on YouTube. Of course, 5 years ago it was. I think 5 or 6 years ago it was on YouTube. So check it out. It was pretty decent for what it was. Actually, excuse me. Recently watched the Big Boss Man, Dark Side of the Ring. That was pretty sad to watch, but I mean, it's Dark Side, right? But it was pretty good episode. The episodes that came out this year so far have been pretty good. The Renegades was actually decent, you know. On this day in let's see. Yes, on this day in 1999, WCW presented Road Wild in Sturgis, South Dakota for the Sturgis Rally and Race, drawing 5,500 people. Of course, usually a big biker rally happens in Sturgis, South Dakota every year. I actually knew somebody actually went there. Him and his dad went. They rode their bikes from Georgia to South Dakota. I think his wife and his mother, they flew an airplane, or no, they drove a truck. They drove a truck up, then they all rode in a truck back. I was like, man, I don't know how you going. I don't think I can ride a bike from Georgia to South Dakota. Of course, I'm not a biker either. I don't have a bike. I used to have a bicycle back in the day. Had a BMX bicycle. But anyway, yes, I do believe. No, I'm trying to think. I don't think I got this. I don't think I watched this pay per view. Nothing really rings a bell here. But anyway, Rey Mysterio Jr., Billy Kidman, and Eddie Guerrero. I think this is when they were doing the Filthy Animals gimmick or team. They defeated Vampiro, and another answer to the trivia question. It was the Insane Clown Posse making an appearance at Sturgis. Shaggy 2 Dope and Violent J. Now they have their own wrestling promotion. And I do believe Vince Russo works for them as the head booker. I think he chat me up on this one. Did he buy part of the promotion or buy into the promotion? Are they like business partners? But anyway, give me your thoughts on Insane Clown Posse, folks. If you were a fan back in the day, I can honestly say at my age, I kind of outgrew them, if you want to call it that. Every now and then I hear one of their old songs. It's like it gives you that, oh, I remember what I was doing back then, and remember the good times and stuff like that. But then it's like, I can't listen to a full CD like I used to back in the day. But yeah, they were at this show and teaming up with Vampiro, and that lost. Harlem Heat, Booker T and Stevie Ray defeated Kanyon and Bam Bam Bigelow to win the WCW World Tag Team titles. I think they call themselves the Revolution. Perry Saturn, Shane Douglas, and Dean Malenko defeated the West Texas Rednecks, Barry Windham, Kurt Hennig, and Bobby Duncombe Jr. Rest in peace, Bobby Duncombe and Kurt Hennig. Buff Bagwell defeated Ernest Miller. WCW United States Champion Chris Benoit defeated Diamond Dallas Page. Poor Chris doing I was about to say he did double duty because I knew he was part of that Revolution team, I think, at the time. Sid Vicious defeated Sting. Bill Goldberg pinned Rick Steiner. Randy Savage defeated Dennis Rodman. And the WCW World Champion Hulk Hogan pinned Kevin Nash in a retirement match. So, no, brother, retirement ain't going to work for me today, brother. The championship stays with me. Also on this date in 1999, the World Wrestling Council presented their 26th anniversary show in Puerto Rico at the Caucus Baseball Stadium, drawing 11,678. Oh boy, Black. This is name people. Black Boy defeated Mayelo Huratas and El Rockero in a triangle match to win the WWC Junior Heavyweight title. El Nene defeated Jim Steele. Brandy Alexander defeated Malaya Hosaka. El Angibeneyo Rabioso defeated Bouncer Bob. Come on, let's have some. That's what we need. Bouncer Bob. This simple, people. Jose Riviera Jr. and Sr. defeated Victor the Bodyguard and Dutch Mantel. Kids, hide your ears. All right, earmuffs, kids. Dutch Mantel, bad motherfucker. Okay, take the earmuffs off now. Atletico defeated Angelo. Carlos Colon defeated Ray Gonzalez to win the WWC Universal title. Mustafa Saeed defeated Glamour Boy Shane in a ladder match to win the WWC TV title. Jose Gonzalez defeated Chicky Star, that no good son. Jose Gonzalez did double duty. He defeated Invader del Milenio. And Abdullah Butcher defeated the Tower of Doom in a Lumberjacks with Whips match. And last but not least, on this date in 1999, ECW TNN TV taping took place in Toledo, Ohio at the Seagate Center, drawing 3,283. Rhino defeated Prodigy. Uganda defeated Spanish Angel. Yasuhiro Tajiri defeated Super Crazy. Lil Guido defeated Nova. Jerry Lynn and Sabu defeated Justin Credible and Rob Van Dam. Jazz defeated Steve Corino. Vito Lograsso defeated Simon Diamond. And Spike Dudley and Boss Mahoney defeated the Dudley Boys, Bubba Ray and Devon Dudley to win the ECW Tag Team titles. And yes, I am old enough when ECW, it was announced that ECW was going to be on the TNN channel. It used to be called the Nashville Network. Then they switched it up, called it the National Network. I guess they, want to get out of the whole country music thing, show line dancing and all those other even talk shows that had country music stars and NASCAR drivers and all that other stuff. So they went from the Nashville Network to the National Network, then eventually turned into Spike. So this was, I do believe, their first foray into wrestling was ECW. Had high hopes. This is what will help ECW turn things around. And I think this is one of those when it just snowball effect. Bad thing about it, it was the first show. I think they dedicated a whole hour to the Rob Van Dam, Jerry Lynn match instead of just fresh new matches. Also, around this time, this is when Rob Van Dam broke his leg. So at this time, Rob Van Dam just probably came back not too long. He wasn't back long as far as his TV taping. But things can get turned around. Then they wound up, I think it was $100 million. They gave the WWF think was it F still, or do they call it E at this point? But anyway, and feel free to go on YouTube. He gives Paul Heyman gives a pretty scathing shooter review of that one, and it almost makes sense. You know, that was ECW was kind of their guinea pig. If wrestling will work on their network, it was kind of a bad spot too. It was on Friday nights, so um, at that time, SmackDown I guess does okay on Friday nights now, but yeah, it was kind of like a guinea pig there. Uh, TNN was able to get WWE Raw from USA to their network. Eventually went back to USA, of course, and now it's on Netflix. But um, then when they changed the Spike, they wound up getting TNA, and I don't even think they're even if they're a network now, they probably got a different name now. I don't think it's Spike anymore. Spike used to has a pretty decent shows. The Man Show, A Thousand Ways to Die. That's a couple of pop in my mind, but yep. Um, kind of sort of the beginning of the end. I mean, you wish it turned around, but unfortunately, they weren't able to turn it around. And that does it for today in wrestling history. Go ahead, shut that off, and talk to you folks over here. How y'all doing? Let me finish this beer. Excuse me. All right. Let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break. When we get back, uh, we will have our watch along. Gives me time to, well, a little bit of time to bring it back up and everything. And while we're at it, let me not be rude here. Excuse me. All right. Whoops, wrong button. Wrong button. I'm always pushing wrong buttons all the time. All the time, wrong buttons. There we go. Going to share the link here. Going to share the link here in the chat, and I think the link is already in the description. So click on that or click right here in the chat. If you're not watching this live, of course, the link is in the description. And we're going to take a quick commercial break. Be right back for my, commercial. Let's call it what it is. It is a shameless plug here. So, going to click on that. Be right back in just a moment. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Ronald Ray here, your boy with a cornbread accent. If you made it this far in the video, you're having fun. You folks know what to do. Everybody says this, so let's go through the whole routine. If you enjoy it, click on that like button. Also, leave me a comment. Give me your opinions on anything I talk about tonight. Ask questions, or just drop a friendly hello. That's always cool as well. Also, if you enjoy listening to a fan, just like you folks at home, talk about the sport of professional wrestling, be a champ, click on that subscribe button. Now, back to our program. All right, I am obviously back. So whenever you're ready, let me know. we do a little count off here and start a little watch along. Oh yeah, we'll talk about later as the video progresses. I did finish my beer. I do have a water. And folks, I am hungry. While we're waiting on people to give everybody a little moment here to get set up. Think about buying like a little adapter, a little travel router, I think it's called. I'm calling it a router because it looks like just a small router. Um, but apparently you can plug it up to your computer and it kind of boosts the Wi-Fi signal. And it's supposed to work great for hotel rooms because, quite frankly, if I'm sitting there doing like paperwork and I use Excel and all that, and I have Microsoft 360, which you need the Wi-Fi on to work, or you get it doesn't save as well. Let's just say that. Um, so you gotta have that, or if you pull up a new file, you gotta read. You gotta download it. So you gotta have the Wi-Fi on. But so if I have that, then I got my tablet watching Landman, which I finally finished Landman. Pretty decent. Like I said, the dialogue's pretty good. The banter between the people were good. Um, Hot women, gotta like that. If you're a heterosexual male, and if you're uh, a bi woman or a gay woman, hot women. There you go. Just sharing it out there. Like I said, the dialogue's pretty good. Uh, eh, I've already gave my opinion about uh, Taylor Sheridan. I think he writes great episodes. Story wise, I don't know if he can actually do a complete story, but I heard he's going to be doing. I think they're going to make a movie of the Call of Duty game, and he's signed on for that. So we'll see where that goes. But anyway, back to the rail thing. But yeah, if I'm doing work on the computer with a Wi-Fi and I use my tablet to watch YouTube or Landman, whatever, it Peter putters around and it don't work right. It'll play for a minute, then I get that little ring, the little circle. So and that aspect too, I kind of like looked it up too. It's like, well, if you're live streaming, um, will it help that? And according to the Google machine, it does. So, but for the time being, it's really going to be hard for me to do live streams from the hotel because it is very. I mean, I just explained how crappy it is, and so if I'm out of town, I'll probably just do the AEW Dynamite recap, upload it like I did last night, check it out after this program, of course. Um, and if I'm still in the hotel on Friday night, I might record a um, Wrestling Gold Friday night. Probably just put Wrestling Gold since, you know, since it, bunch of people, I get more views after the fact and obviously um, the night of. But Anyway, hopefully everybody's ready. Go ahead and do the countdown here. Because I am also hungry this evening too, by the way. So let's get going. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press play now. Uh-oh. Make sure it's not. Okay. I had to keep quiet there to make sure the speaker is or the microphone is not picking up the my phone here, or I had to cut the volume down a little bit more. Yes, we know. See this? I mean, little things like that where they're sitting there kind of talking to each other about, oh, I'm messed up in the core here over here, and little conversations like that just makes their team seem more authentic. Just two guys doing some commentary. And yes, I think I seen a video of Memphis from like 1970 something. They still had this after or in between break music. Freaking awesome. Damn, Eddie Marlin was. I mean, he's an older guy, but not as old as when I seen him. Back in like 85, 86, 87, 88. And yes, that's the 10 pounds of gold. I think that's what they call that one. Uh, the world title before they went with the big gold belt, which was another, again, 4 years away. And of course, Nick Aldis called Sweet Charlotte. So, yeah, okay, 82. Was this his first reign? So, not really knocking the people of Memphis, but kind of still knocking the people in Memphis. And remember, Ric Flair's shoes at the time cost more than people's houses. Of course, that's what he would say. And even Ric Flair kind of admitted that during this time he was probably not so ready to be the world champion. Just to carry the promotion of the National Wrestling Alliance, go to all these territories and draw houses. But he said after '83 when he defeated, oh, there's Jimmy Hart. After he defeated Harley Race at Starrcade '83, he said, yeah, at that time he was definitely ready, and he was. I mean, he did a great job. And yes, if you see Jimmy Hart now, looks almost the same. Okay, maybe a little tad older, but everything else is pretty much the same. Maybe the hair might be a little thinner and longer in the back. Maybe. Try to remember that he was at SummerSlam. Oh, Carl Fergie. Carl Fergie is Jerry Lawler's cousin. And actually, when he wrestled in Continental, he wrestled as King Carl Fergie. I think he did that in Memphis too. Can't remember off the top of my head, but I do remember it. At Continental, he called himself King Carl Fergie. Then Roy Lee Welch called himself King Welch, or whatever, the King of Wrestling. But in Mid South and UWF, I'm not sure if he wrestled a lot. At the time I was watching, he was mainly a referee in UWF. Sorry, trying to get comfy here. But apparently, I don't know if he still does or not. Kind of owns a gym, and I was watching like an interview with Missy Hyatt and Honky Tonk Man, who is again cousin of Carl Fergie and Jerry Lawler. But he said, when Missy asked about him, it's like, yeah, he's doing great. He's a guy who never spent too much time in a gym, owns a gym. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. And there he is, Kingfish himself, Jerry the King Lawler. Kind of funny. He's kind of wearing Flair's colors there, purple, and I'm not sure. I ain't seen his boots yet, but during this time, Flair would wear like purple a lot. Oh, so he acknowledged that Carl was his cousin, or is his cousin. By the way, Jerry Lawler's about to have a street named after him, King Jerry Lawler Boulevard or something like that in Memphis, Tennessee. A little controversial, but if you want to know why it's controversial, go read the articles. But let's say he's doing a nice little interview and no cussing, no saying I'm gonna kill somebody. He said he'll punch somebody, but not kill anybody, which is kind of a pet peeve for me lately. Everybody wants to say they're gonna kill somebody. I mean, WWE does it, AEW of course does it, and I've already gave my rant what that makes it kind of BS. Now, if you say you're gonna beat up somebody or hurt somebody, and they walk out, looking a little beat up or holding their arm because they're hurt, it makes more sense. Makes it more gets more prompts, I guess. Seems more legitimate. So how drunk you think Ric Flair was at this time? I don't know. It was like 8 in the morning, so $7,000 robe. I wonder if those robes really work. It's now I did Google it one time how much Flair's robes cost. Let's just say Google did play along. And of course, this was before the whole AI thing. Maybe I can try now and see what they say. So of course, this is AI. The average price, Flair noted in his autobiography, was $10,000 to $11,000. Most expensive robe, his WrestleMania 24 retirement robe against Shawn Michaels, uh, reported cost somewhere between $15,000 to $16,000. Wow! So there's a private sale and auction. Genuine vintage ring war robes have commanded massive numbers. Musician Darius Rucker, who recently sung the national anthem at SummerSlam, once bought one of these robes for $35,000. The iconic 1980s ring-worn jungle robe sold at an auction for $103,000. So he's Lawler kind of buttering up, say, hey, I'm just nobody here. And Lance Russell's like, I ain't saying nothing. And yes, I mean, you tell right there, Ric Flair did spend some time in the gymnasium. Wasn't, I wouldn't call him muscle bound, but, and of course, Jerry Calhoun is the brother in law of Jerry Lawler. God, somebody call him a stooge. I think it might have been Honky Tonk. You know how if you seriously want to watch entertaining shooting reviews, watch Honky Tonk Man. But I think if you, yeah, I think it was a Honky Tonk Man also who said reason Ric Flair only made one appearance in Memphis because he wasn't a draw. So they never did ask him to come back. And this is what the world champion would do a lot of times in the territory. Maybe wrestle the top contender on TV to make it look like, yeah, the local challenger does have a chance, just to help pop the house. And got it right back in a headlock. Calhoun said, "Hey, looks good to me. Looks good to me." Yeah. By the way, night going a little old school night. Gonna After this program tonight, I'm gonna have some spaghetti tonight. It's been a while since I had spaghetti, so Whoops. So far, this Lawler's doing some wrestling. He hasn't thrown that right hand yet. And it's frustrating the champion. And it's, 10 minutes. Flair in his prime, that's just a warm up. Mm. Oh, got in a sneaky sleeper. That is a sneaky sleeper. Dirtiest player in the game. And see this not piped in, all organic. Fans wanted Lawler to win. Okay, maybe those ladies wanted Flair to win. Yes, the pile driver was illegal in Memphis. Oh, is Flair going to fisticuffs first? A 30-minute suplex. And that's it. Uh-oh. Is it still working? All right. Uh, that's going to be annoying. Or not. Oh, Hey, Flair's calling for five more minutes. Trying to figure out where that noise is coming from. Uh-oh. He's about to drop the strap. I think he's about to get ready to drop that strap. Oh, that's it, brother. Okay, that's annoying. I don't think y'all hear it, but something's. Well, and see, that's what they would kind of do a lot of times. So Lawler gets to win, but it's due to a 10 count, of course, 10 counts. Championship, the champion keeps their belt. Hello? Okay. We're still on. Yeah, I'm having. Hopefully y'all hear me good. Hopefully y'all don't hear that little noise is going on. I have no idea where it's coming from. Okay, maybe that'll work. Can y'all still hear? Okay. So yeah, Ric Flair just lost by count out, but just put like a bounty on put a bounty on Jerry Lawler. I guess I did find what was causing it. What was causing all these noise? Yeah, sorry, my phone fell, so I got. Speaking of which, kind of mentioned him earlier today. And of course, do believe this is where Nick Gulas' territory is gone at this point. So they kind of incorporated the Mid American belt, which they kind of kept it for years. So this is what causes people to kind of turn on their friends. Title belts. Yeah, we're friends, but I want that Mid American title. And poor Lance trying to, well, he was trying to play peacemaker, but friends no more. And he's trying to show Bill Dundee why they call him Dutch Mantel. Bad motherfucker. Oh, wow, wait a minute. Is that Terry Taylor? And this poor mask guy. There we go. Having all kinds of difficulties here right now. Dutch man. Yep. Made short work of his opponent. See, that's why they call him Dutch Mantel. Bad motherfucker. Yeah, thought that's what it was. Bobby Fulton, he was one half of the Fantastics. Actually, Bobby Fulton and Terry Taylor were the Fantastic ones when it was like a Georgia Championship Wrestling Superstars or Superstars of. They shot in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and as you probably can guess, the Fantastic Ones was a pretty much a copy of the Fabulous Ones. Then, of course, later on, Bobby Fulton would team with Tommy Rogers and drop the ones part, just call himself the Fantastics, which again was kind of the bow ties and the shirts or the oh, of course, Jimmy Hart's got to get involved. By the way, Sweet Brown Sugar is Cocoa Beware. He was just a young rooster then, not the full red rooster. Bow. And of course, their intro music for the show was Ric Flair's or walkout music. Oops. All right. So yeah, that was Ric Flair's one and only time on Memphis T. Uh oh. There we go. Okay. Camera two is down. Camera two is down. Or actually, camera one's down. Hard cam down. But anyway, that's okay. Got one here. But yeah, the one and only time, and like I said, either too busy or there's this, Jerry Jarrett's like, if you're never going to, drop it to Jerry Lawler, there's really no use for y'all to come anymore. Um, but I think Holly Race made a few defenses there. Terry Funk did. I'm pretty sure it was more because you all know by this point. You had all these NWA territories, had one world champion, and he would go around and defend it in all the territories. But better time in wrestling. Born way too late to fully enjoy that. But at least I got to see the last half and see some good wrestling. And that's what this show's about. Show some good old days of professional wrestling, like I said. But anyway, I think that's going to do it for me this evening. Hope you folks enjoyed it. Like I said, if you didn't watch this live, drop a comment. Let me know what you thought about Memphis back in the day or anything else I talked about this evening. Talked about ECW TNN deal. What you think of the deal when it first happened? Did you think it was going to be a nice turnaround for the company? Maybe some of you are probably more into the internet at that time, or dirt sheets, whatever you want to call it. They probably had more information than I did. But let me know in the comments. Other than that, you folks have a good one. Take it easy. And until next time.
So long from the peach state of Georgia.
Ronald Ray here saying thank you for checking out my video. If you don't mind, go ahead and click that thumbs up button, leave a comment, and share this video with family and friends. I would also appreciate it if you would subscribe to RP2 Vision, where I cover the sport of professional wrestling from yesterday to today. Now don't forget to click the notification bell as well, so you'll be notified when my other weekly content is available, like Wrestling Trivia Tuesday, WWE Raw Recap, and AEW Dynamite Recap. I also have 2 live streams. Every Thursday at 8 p.m., it's Spot Show Live Stream, where I discuss the latest news in professional wrestling. And on Friday nights at 8 o'clock p.m., it's Wrestling Gold Friday Night, where I discuss the good old days of professional wrestling. When wrestling was wrestling, wrestling was real because it's still real to us. Folks, have a good one and take it easy.